Hello.
Hello, Jay.
Hi.
Hi. I sent a note on this. I mean, on Discord. Are we in agreement for our topic?
For me, I think the goal is more than just a follow-up. We also want to have like a plan for how to move forward
Okay.
because we are not in a great situation right now.
Okay. Are we in agreement?
Yeah.
I can create it up. Okay.
And
It's
the
4
break
o'clock.
time to start. Please Time to pause. Please stop.
Okay, what are we planning now? Are we starting with the plan?
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
I'm getting the link. Okay, recruitment.
So as far as making a plan here, we definitely need to address the fact that like it's just like there's no clear schedule, not clear steps for the recruits for stage 4. So right now we're in stage 4 for the recruits. So we should have, organized lists of who is waiting, who wants to try to do the work, training for the budget, etc., etc. But I think a better option is the, proposal to wait until May 27th, focus on work bonuses. So there's no actual requirement to finish the budget, right?
Okay.
So if we do skip the budget, we do half the amount of work.
Time for breath. Please
And
stop and get ready. Now inhale.
more
1,
than half, more than double the money.
2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax.
If you do 2 months of budgets, it's going to equal, the same amount of money because it is late, and the month is all 100% pay stop, right? So if you focus on next month's budget and getting it done on time, then you get 2x the value for bonuses plus the month is focused on the month has no pay stops, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you get paid for the month. So you actually get more than double the value for half the work. So you get more than double the value for half the work. Does that make sense in terms of the calculations? Because we're already past the full moon. So basically next month's budget starts in like a week. Or like a week and a half. So it's like almost next month already, right? So everyone disappeared. It was a complete disaster. We didn't do the recruitment. Nightmare, right? So the idea would be to postpone the recruitment till the 27th, and then it would give us another week and a half to finalize all the recruitment and all the proposals and all of the budgets and actually pass the budgets for the new moon on time. And then you would get full value instead of only half value. Anyways,
we get full value.
What?
We get full value on for this month or next month.
You don't even know what I'm talking about in terms of the value? Do you have the link to the budget?
You just say you focus on next budget and getting it done on time, then you get
Well, it sounds like you just have no idea what I just
the
said and
value
you
of
don't
minus
understand.
plus the man has no paid.
Yeah. So if you don't understand what I said,
More
like I
than
can
double
explain it
the
to you if you
value
link
of
the
a
budget. If you link the budget, I'll explain it
So
to
what
you.
happened with this month? Okay, I can link them.
So it sounds like you just don't understand it all.
You can explain as well.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2,
We
3,
we have 2
4,
weeks
5. Open your eyes.
to the end of this.
No, we don't have 2 weeks actually.
Less than 2 weeks.
Yes, less than 2 weeks. There's 12 days. We have 12 days exactly.
Wow. This issue of budget is always a problem. What's the solution, Jay? So that we cannot always focus on one thing. Actually, all this month, everything is on budget, budget, budget. And we are not
I
going
really
to
don't know why we're so incapable of just doing such something simple like a budget. It's very strange.
It's not simple. It's
Why is it
because we
so?
have a lot of things on the budget. Budget has never been simple to
What do we
me.
have to do for the budget?
Maybe to someone else who knows. For me, I know it's not simple because you have a lot of things to follow.
What what
You
what
have
is
to
a
do
lot of
this, but
things?
it's not like before. Before we follow all the procedures, but now it's just
But
a mess.
what is it? Can you give an example of what it is of a lot of things that
Or for example, on AMCAS, you have a lot to make sure you finish on AMCAS, and for
well, it's
this
because we
time,
never do the client expectations. We're just not doing the work. So UMCUS is complicated just because we don't do the work. And
then
there
that
was a
is
few
not
things
clear.
that needed to be done as a one-time thing for getting co-op 2.0 started. So that was important, but now everything was going quicker with the UMCUS. And so next month it'll be even easier. Like it should get easier and easier and easier with the UMCUS. Right? Did
Why
you link
not
the budget?
have an agreement of just making sure we have at least budget for 3 months every time? Focus
Ugh.
on 3 months instead of focusing on monthly
Because
budget.
we can't even do 1 month of work. So why would we agree to 3 months, right? That's like if you don't want a
No,
budget, that's fine. We just do the bonuses. So we have the
no,
whole
we
bonus
can
model
budget.
doing the work for the bonuses. It's fine.
We can budget it for we budget for 3 months. It's the same
No,
work for 1 month.
no, we're not budgeting for 3 months. That's just ridiculous.
I just
There's
wish
too
we
much
budget
that
for
changes
3
over
months.
3 months. 3 months is just too long of a time. We could keep the
It,
budget exactly the same every month. So if the budget is exactly the same every month, then we don't have to worry about it. But if we don't do any work, we run out of money, and there's a huge problems. That's why the budget gets complicated, is because we don't do the work. If we did the work, it would be a lot easier.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
okay, that's fine. For me, it is about the complication of the budget, not the work. And two groups. We have different groups
I know,
You
but you
know,
don't
before
have to.
we
You don't have to care about anyone else's budget. All you have to worry about is your own budget. If no one else does a budget, it doesn't affect you because you can just do your own budget, pass your own budget, get your own budget approved, and then all the other groups are irrelevant. So it
I
should make
cannot pass my own
it,
budget because we have a group AMCAS that is always is guiding everybody, not only me.
no, the UMCUS is just one UMCUS. Plus, if you do the UMCUS, you get all the value for it. I don't know. I mean, it doesn't. None of it makes any sense. Like, whoever does the UMCUS client expectations gets $12, line 32. All right. Whoever does the allotment gets $12. So if you do the allotment for your budget, you get all the money, and no one else gets. Everyone else gets $0. So if you don't want the money, that's fine. Let someone else do it, and then just wait for them to do the budget, and then who cares? I mean, I don't. I just don't understand it. So, anyways, the point here is that the total for all the budgets and all of the value for the rankings and the recruitment is $66. Right? So $66 for May 27th on time. But if we do it now late, you get half that, so you would only get $33. But then we have to do twice as much work. So you do the $33 now to do all the work that we have now, and then you still have to do the 27th budget. So then you have to do it all over again for the 27th budget, and you're probably going to be late because you're so bad at doing the work. So then you're getting the same amount of money to do twice as much work. Whereas you could just get rid of this month's budget, do half the amount of work, and then make double the money for half the amount of work. Technically more than double the money because you're also going to have a budget that actually starts on time, so you're not on 100% pay stop.
Okay, maybe that can work as well.
Anyways, it's really whatever you all want to do. Like if you can do both on time, you're going to get $99. So it's $100 to do all of the work on time. It doesn't sound like anyone's doing any work. Like how much work did you do in the last 2 days? Like what did you do in the last 2 days since you've been back? Nothing?
This is my second day.
That's
This
what
is
I
my
just said.
second day.
2
I
days.
work on not nothing. I work on. I do the team follow up on AMCAS. It's still under AMCAS.
I don't know what that is. We
I
already did
start
the customer before. That was done from before, though. We already did the
team follow up schedule. Yes, follow up.
follow-up
I do
schedule.
the recruitment verification.
Recruitment
Not
verification. I don't
done.
even know what that is. None of this stuff sounds like anything. I don't know what that is. Recruitment verification? That doesn't even make any sense.
Recruitment follow up verification. And I
have no
mean
idea
that
what
like
that
I
is.
saw you yesterday verifying the pops.
You did all the pop verification.
Not done. Yes, I started working on it, but not done.
Okay, so you didn't do it. All right. So anyways, the point is that very, very little work is doing. Like in the last 2 days, I have like literally done like multiple different portfolio redistributions. I have done like 5 security protocols, I've done, the entire setup for the new fork, so it's just like at least 10 or 15 hours of work that we did and that's just the last 2 days. And 99.9% of all the work I'm doing on my own because people don't schedule. So I mean, I don't know what you're doing, but it sounds to me like you just do like 2 hours of work and you just show up for Andromeda and that's it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, that's the only time I have my internet is stable because we are given every
Okay,
night.
so then the
You
focus
have
should be on
a fair
recruitment.
abundance.
Okay, but you can imagine that
I
if you
don't have
can
problem.
only,
I did not refuse any recruitment, Jay. For your information, I
I know,
don't.
but I'm just saying
I'm not
that if you can only work if you can only work 2 hours a day, I don't understand how that adds up to the hundreds of hours that you add up all month. But the point that I'm trying to make is that 2 hours per day is obviously needs to be focused on recruitment, because you can't do all the work in 2 hours a day. And so I don't know how your 2 hours a day adds up to hundreds of hours you track in your logs, but it's very
I
odd.
did not track any hours, but can you check the tracking hours? Like Jay, we
Well,
need
no,
to
but
be realistic.
in
Come,
the past you were tracking a lot more hours than just 2 hours a
in the
day.
past, I was working it.
Please stop and get
I
ready.
was
Now
having
inhale. One,
reimbursement. I
two,
renew my
three.
internet on time.
Exhale. One,
I
two,
get my
three.
pay.
Pause.
Even if I
Inhale
don't get the
together. One,
reimbursement,
two,
I
three.
I
Exhale,
can pay my
relax.
internet. But right now, I try to limit. If I get chance, the other time I have to go to cyber place. I use my own money. I if I don't I use at night the bundle. Daytime I go to cyber. So I
Yeah.
don't know why you see like I'm just randomly putting the hours.
Yeah, I
Very
understand. It's
discouraging.
definitely, well, it's definitely difficult. We're definitely have a really difficult time right now, but that's why we need to make sure we do our recruitment. So what do you think we should do for the recruitment?
I don't think that any recruitment, if Lucy is a failure, we can recruit the best workers who have the best all the facilities.
But it's not about being a
It's not
failure.
my fault.
I'm
I'm a
just as
human
much of a
being.
failure. I'm obviously a failure. Obviously, if I wasn't a failure, we'd be making tons of money. So in the context of what we need to do, Lucy, is that no one person is going to be able to be successful, right? We have to work together and build a team. So our focus should be on building a team and making sure the team is functional and shows up on time. That's the only thing that we can do. Because obviously I can't do it by myself, you can't do it by yourself. We need to build a team, so that's where the recruitment comes in.
Yeah, if the recruitment comes, we have still new recruit now. They will do if they have the internet. May I know I'm always focused. I know I can do more, but due to life circumstance, yeah, I'm just up and down. If I get the internet, I have to make sure I try my best. But at some point, I feel like I'm draining. I feel like the world is not mine. So when you say 2 hours, it's only for me it's at least I can join for that 2 hours. It's not my expectation to come for that. If that 2 hours is not helpful, there is no problem. You can get people who can do more than me. It's just that I have challenges in life, which every kind of human being can go through.
Of course,
If
but the
you,
question is, what do we do now to solve the recruitment problem? Like, how many
I don't
messages
know to
have
solve
you
the
sent to
problem
me?
of recruit, we have the new recruit. Let plan out what is it, what need to be done. Why new recruit are not coming? You know very well because of the budget. The new recruit always need. We need to think about the new recruit.
Well,
Last
that's
I
why I was
think I
saying
don't
that
know
maybe
whether they
for
were.
all of us, we focus on doing the budget for the 27th of May. If we tell everybody the 27th of May, then
One.
everybody can
Please
understand that.
stop. Close your eyes. Count. One,
Because
two,
people are asking
three,
me,
four,
when is the
five.
budget going to be
Open
completed
your
and
eyes.
ready?
Then they just have to wait until that 27. They come in and do the work because then if you. I don't know if the new recruit can join now and deliver any work. Maybe they can, some they need training, and you cannot train someone before having a budget.
Sure, we can. If they want to, it's up to them. You could definitely train someone before a budget.
That is the another issue. Maybe later they will come and demand, I work for this, I need my money. So what will you do if they now come
No,
and
make it
stand?
clear that there's no budget. If they want, all they're allowed to work on is the budget for the 27th. That's all they would be able to work on for stage 4. They wouldn't be able to do any other work
Okay,
until
let's
May
get take
27th.
the send the proposal and see how people vote. If they
Okay.
vote, fine. If they're not going to vote, it's fine also. Let's send it to everybody.
Yes. So do you want to
And
send
this
it or should I
continue.
send it?
Let me send.
Okay.
I don't.
All right. So I think we have a plan. We'll just send out the proposal. We'll let everybody vote. We'll see what happens, and then we're done.
Are we sending to new recruit as well?
Yes, everybody.
So I have to send on recruitment channel then.
Yeah, send it on a recruitment channel, definitely. Can't send it on co-op channel. You want me to send it on a
I'm,
recruitment channel or what?
I'm sending it on recruitment. I send on collab. I'm sending on recruitment channel as well. Recruit. I send it on recruitment channel and collab channel. Let's see how if people are going to vote.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you are about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
So now, what is? Oh, we are taking a break. What's the question?
I think we're done with this topic. Is there anything else you want to go over? Otherwise, I got to get going and work on a bunch of other stuff. Get ready to go on my trip.
Okay, yeah, done. Now on the budget. No, let me open the budget. What's remaining on AMCAS actually? Why is it even for us?
I don't think there's much of anything remaining. Like, so we go to UMCUS here. It just says the interview verification
It's not
supposed
much
to be
remaining.
done, but that's pretty much minor. Updating prop criteria. I mean, we have the prop criteria. It's just a matter of verifying the pops. But you only have like one pop to verify, right? Because it's just like literally one thing. We also do need to do the new fork budgets and each person choosing their fork. So that is a problem. But for you don't need to worry about that because you're not going into the new fork. So, I mean, your budget is basically super easy and ready to go. Your biggest problem is your recruitment. So it's like who is going to be in the budget. So you could try to recruit a Lee or you
I
know,
already recruit them. If they don't
or
want, what can I do? They say
you
they
need
do
to
not.
keep
They know they
communicating.
don't want. I
You
communicate. They don't respond.
Well, then you try to do more communications and do more recruitment, and we can go on to Upwork, we can go on to Uphold, we can do whatever we need to do to find someone. But it just sounds like you're just giving up. Like, oh, I sent one message and they didn't respond, and I give up. So it's like, okay, then there's no team because that's the work. If you give up after one message, then you're not capable of doing the work, and there's no recruitment, there's no budget. So if you don't want to work in a team, do you have any idea how much time I have to spend trying to like herd everybody? Like you and Martins, Sandra, even Mamoon, all these stuff, like message after message after message, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of messages to try to get us to do anything. And even then, no one will do any RTVA. Nobody will do like the most basic work. Even after me spending hundreds and hundreds of messages and hundreds of hours, it's a lot of work trying to get people to do anything. So sending a message and being like, oh, they didn't respond, oh, I give up. Like that's not the work. The work is sending 100 messages. You understand?
So yes, what happen if I don't get any recruit? Should I just have to quit then because I don't have a team?
Well, no, you just have to do an individual budget. But I think you could add a Tay, there's Sandra Tay, there's
What is the individual? I don't focus on sending adding people they don't want to show up. They should add themselves.
Well, yeah. So that's just being on yourself. Like, so if you're just focused on yourself, then you might as well just do an individual contract.
How is the individual contract is working?
We would just have to
If it
get
is,
an agreement
as
with
long
you
as
to
I'm
work with
getting
the
the work,
individual and what we're
it's
going to
not
work on.
focusing on myself. I'm always helping people. No one is even thinking since they start collab to SFC, even to think of doing even payroll. It is only me every time, and still I'm still saying I'm focusing on myself. It's fine.
Whose payroll did you do?
The payroll, who really focus on making payroll every time? See,
But whose
who?
payroll did you do?
The whole payroll
For who?
for all teams.
You did all the payrolls.
Ah, that's frustrating. I'm always trying to make sure. It's since last year, no one even I focus on bonuses. I think people see me like I think they thought I'm so desperate since I don't have any job like them. They have internal job. It's just like by the way, but by making this
But
organization as like
in our new model, if you're doing all the payrolls for the other teams, you're gonna get let's see, so every payroll, so base and upfront and bonus upfront payroll is $14. So if you do every base and bonus upfront payroll for every team, right, that's going to be $14 a month. And let's say there's 5 teams, so $14 a month, you're going to get $70 just for payroll. And that's just the upfront payroll. You can make way over $100 by doing the equity and the token payrolls as well. So if you want to do all the payrolls for everybody, that's great, and you get $100 a month or more just for the payrolls. And that's just the bonuses. That doesn't even include the base pay as well on top of that. So if you're doing all of the payrolls last month for everybody else, then you need to document it in your deliverables so that we can get you your bonuses. Does that make sense?
yeah, no
And
one doing it.
time to start.
Everything.
Please
No one
get
that's
focused on the session.
I think they don't think about it.
I don't understand.
Because
What are you
it's
saying? You did
I
the
think
payrolls and you just forgot to document it? You just forgot to document it in the deliverables or what?
there is no deliverable for payroll. How can I document? I was just doing
Yes,
it.
there's a $14 payroll per team for base and bonus upfront payroll.
I just hear right now. It was only bonus payroll last month.
Yes, but if you did it for all the teams, that would be $6 per team. So if there's 5 teams, that is 6 times 5, which is 6 times 5 is $30.
Including for HR. I did all HR. Trying
Mhm.
getting all even how they were not even recording anywhere. I have to
Yeah.
go
So
through all
whoever
the
does the HR budget gets $12 just for the HR budget. And then you do your own budget, that's $24. And that's just the bonus for the budgets, for your budget and the HR budget.
Yes, I'm doing the HR budget last month, even this for this month. I'm the one doing it.
Yeah, but it didn't get done. And you
It
gave
didn't
them, you
done
disappeared.
because they Abu Bakr is not communicating. They don't communicate.
But that's not our problem. If they don't communicate, we have policies to deal with that. We're just not doing the work. We just always give
Which work is
excuses for
remained
everything.
there. The work was done. They were allocated $25, and
What is the work? What is the final outcome and deliverable for the work on the budget?
that was the only thing remained.
Okay, so it hasn't been done. So stop saying it's done
But
when the work did not
no,
get done.
you say you will take care of that.
Who takes care of what?
Of deliverable, because I told you I don't know they are deliverable for HR.
Yeah, I did it for you. That is exactly what I did. If you look at the HR budget, I spent like a half an hour updating the entire HR budget because you didn't get the budget verified and you sent it anyways. and it was a complete mess, and I did it for you. So now everything's updated correctly with all the correct information, the client deliverables, the client expectations, the potential income, the deadlines, everything is now updated properly.
Okay, thank you for doing that.
Anyways, I'm done just sitting here arguing about excuse
Okay,
after
I'm
excuse
not.
after excuse
Sorry,
to
sorry.
not
Let
do
me
the
allow
work.
you.
I just wanna leave because I actually have work to do. So you can sit
Okay,
here and argue all you want about not wanting to do the work, but
Please
I
stop.
need to go.
Close your eyes.
So
Count.
if
okay,
you have
okay.
any other
Can
last
you?
questions, then we can go over it. Otherwise, I need to actually get
No,
to
no,
work.
I don't have any question. You can leave.
Okay, well, I'll talk to you later.
Okay.
And we'll just see how people vote on this proposal, whether we want to push our budget back or we just want to keep going for now. It's just, but if we push the budget back, then we can just get focused on our actual deliverables and start working on the work, or we can work on the budget for next month or whatever. It just, we need to just start focusing on work because the recruitment and the budget didn't happen. So it's like really unfortunate that it didn't happen, but we can't just keep giving excuses, right? The reason why these things don't happen is because we just didn't do the work. There's no other excuse to it. Like we can pretend all we want. Oh, the excuse and this is everyone else's fault except for ours. But in the end, it's like we are the ones who didn't do the work, right? Anyways, I'll talk to you later. I'll do my wrap up and check out. Ciao.
Okay.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale, relax. time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.